back to the channel. The girl is back. So as you can see, I'm actually outside. I'm leaving my house now. Yo guys, it's so hot. I don't know what I did to myself. Okay, so I'm just gonna stand here in the shade to do this intro. So I'm actually going to the mall. There's a mall close by my house, and I've been meaning to go like for breakfast, because Mondays and Thursdays are my free days because my helper comes and the kids are at school. So I've been meaning to go, but so today I just thought, you know what, let me get up and walk. I do need the walk. I'm so unfit, but anyways, so I'm taking you guys with me. It's so far where we're going. It's not far, but it's so hot. So I'm just like, so if you can see like those three long buildings, that's where I'm going. So it's not far. It's just like the same street as my house, but it is so hot. It's just like so hot. So I'm gonna try walk there. I'm already feeling tired because of the heat, but yeah, so if you're new here, welcome. My name is Nandu. I hope you're gonna like it and subscribe. And to my regular faves, thank you so much, you guys. So grateful for all of you. Ilanga. Guys, I'm not even sure if I have shades in my bag, but anyways, let's go. Told you guys it's so close. I'm already almost there. Let me show you. There's the mall. That is where I'm going. Just want to cross the road and make sure I'm in that. How am I? When you get a shade, I'm at the mall now. It's like a self-care date, Mind you guys, self-care is not only when we go to restaurants or facials. You do self-care every day. It's just once in a while where you spoil yourself. So essentially people mustn't, because there's this narrative on social media with self-care is associated with going out. Yeah, but no, you don't have to go out. I don't even go out that often. I'm only going out like today, but I still do self-care every time. I still do my self-care. I have my hours where I'm away from the kids and hubby. So self-care is not going out, so it doesn't have to be expensive. Once in a while, if you can, obviously, then you can. So anyways, I'm here at the mall now. So I'll see you guys just now.
Same job, same town, 'cause we've been told that's the way our world goes round. Walking on the grounds we've always known, stepping on the footprints in the snow. But when it melts, the other ways will show. We're gonna make the footsteps on our own. That life can wait, just for a while.
So guys, I'm here now. I came to this restaurant here. I don't know if you can see this name. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, this one. So I'm here now. I'm so tired. It is so hot. Going out now was definitely a bad idea because gas is up. But yeah, I've just now got in. I wanted to sit outside because it's very dark inside and it's nice to sit outside. So I'm gonna order now and eat because I'm really hungry. So I was coming here because feeling lambi.
We've been lying from the start. Guess I knew it, just ignored it. I let go of your cold hand. I guess I saw it coming, yet it took me by surprise. Oh, but if there's nothing left to cry for, then I will just crack a smile.
So while I'm sitting here, I'm busy thinking about the story of the prodigal son. So for those who don't know, there's a prodigal in the Bible where the father had two sons, and one son actually said, asked the father to give him his share of inheritance. Now, he probably thought, I want to go. And so the father just, gave the son the share as he asked. And as soon as he got the money, he decided to go to a country far from home. Sorry, I'm saying something. Yes, please. Thank you. So the son went and when he got his share, he decided to go to a far country. And when he got to a far country, obviously he spent the money. The Bible says he spent it recklessly, he squandered it. He was wasting it, like there's no tomorrow. And then yaphela imali, because that's what happens, muzo mosh. Yaphela imali. Oh, thank you so much, Guys, I don't know if you can see me, but yeah. So they've just put a shade for me. So he wastes the money, and then as he wastes the money, yaphela, and great famine came. The Bible says, and he was and the money was finished. He was like broke to the point that he was eating with the pigs, and I'm paraphrasing this. And then, but he suffered for the longest time. Remember, he was in a far country. He's finished the money. He rebelled and said, Dad, give me my inheritance. Who does that? And then, but what I like about this guy, was you know what, at home, there's servants, my father has money and all that. He then decided to go back to his home. And when he got home, I like what the dad does. The dad doesn't ask, why were you doing this? You don't listen, blah, blah, blah. The dad just hugs him and tells the brother, so once that was done, so what I'm learning, there's like three things I'm getting from this point. Sorry guys, there's just like people coming in. So what I'm getting from this guy, what I'm learning is, sometimes we think we know what is it that we want, and we just like, what, God, this is what you must give me, and we feel entitled, and God just gives us. Because God knows us, He knows the future, He knows our tomorrow before we even get to it. God doesn't give us things because He knows we are not ready for them. But Tina, we like to force things and be like, God, give me my inheritance. So I feel like may we not be those people who like sisters kakhulu manje, and we're now saying, God, give us what is our own. But may we say, God, what is of your will? May you lead me to your will. I might be wanting to get this money because I feel like I need it now, but what is your will? So what I'm learning from this son, we need to constantly ask God what is His will for our lives. Sometimes His will is not what we want, and so we will do things and see Olamba along the way because we thought we knew. So all the time when we feel like we know, we've got a better idea, it's always advised that ask God what is that He wants for you. Number two, the son, when he gets there, we are hlupheka and all that. So sometimes God doesn't give us things because he knows that when we get to the land or the far country, we are going to suffer. You know, he knows that there's going to be famine. He knows that the reason why he's not giving you uzofika lapha and spend it recklessly, you still need to be trained on savings, you know. So whatever that we do not get in life, we must understand that God has been there and God knows what is it that you can be able to bear, you know. Sometimes you might feel like you want this, you can handle this, but just be in this position, you know what, God, I guess it's not yet the time, because you know the dangers and all that. So the guy why you know, the father knows ukuthi kusazofika indlala and all that. So these inheritance are kept for that, so bengaseka abazali and all that. Another thing I like about him is when he sees that, you know what, he remembers home. A lot of times, a lot of us, we go through things, we rebel up against God, or we do things when we think we know, and then we realize we made a mistake. We do not want to take accountability. We are not humble. You know, this guy was humble enough to say, you know what, as much as I'm going back home. So we need to get to a point where we acknowledge, okay, I am the one who was wrong, but you know, when you go home, you are going back to God and saying, God, you know what, I shouldn't have done it like this, but and you know what, God is so loving, God is so kind. He will not ask you why. He will not argue with you why ubuhamba. You know, when he comes back, actually, but they are hugging him with love, because sometimes God knows and he just waits for us to come back and I repent and acknowledge we were in the wrong and apologize, you know, be humble enough to say I was out of order, you know, and we because sometimes we have pride and you know what, I was the one in the wrong, but it helps to take accountability. I have made this decision and probably not the best I could have, and I'm sorry, Dad. You know, the dad is always waiting for you. So you might have gone astray and done things that are against God's will. You know when what would it be? I just want to say, don't be afraid to go to him, you know, go back to him. He is a forgiving, he is a loving father. He will hug you, you know, he will shock you more figure, he won't ask you questions, but you need to take responsibility, be accountable, you know, ungabi pride even when you are in the wrong. But anyways, I'm not here to preach. I'm just thinking about this prodigal son. There are so many principles we can learn from. Okay?
Mary Jane, please love me. Mary Jane, please hurt me. Mary Jane, please hate me. Mary Jane, please love me. I'm just trying to get to you like I wanna make you mine. Yeah. I'm just spending all my thoughts on you like I need you now. Darkness can't stop on the way. 내 눈 속에 날 보면.
A few moments later.
I'm done. I'm going home now. I didn't vlog lapha, but I went to buy my husband some food because I know he likes fish and chips. So I went to get him that fish and chips. I'm so full. So I got him the fish and chips, and then I got Happy Meals for the kids. Then at least Nabo, they get something. Hey, being a mother, you just can't go to the mall and not buy things for your kids or your husband. Like, you're high. So yeah, now I'm going home. Gosh, I'm sweating. So this is where I'm gonna close the vlog. Hope you enjoyed it. Please click like, comment, and subscribe. So yeah, man, that was my solo date. That was my solo date. Dancing to about rich housewives, the rich housewife of Pakistan. I'll see you guys next time. I know last week I didn't post, but I actually recorded my series. You know, I wanted to do a series on life abroad, but I felt like I was repeating myself a lot. It felt like the things I was saying I've said before, so I was just like, you know what, let's wait a bit and we'll post it in this cat. So that is why last week there was no video. I actually realized when I was editing, and I was just like, sounds like a repetition. And so yeah, okay guys, let me catch you on the other side.